First of all, welcome everyone back to Bodh Gaya again. Well, I think I will go straight to the point of what I want to say. I suppose most of you are going to be here for the entire Manlam. Maybe some of you might be leaving early. Some of you might also change your schedule. So, of course, that's just a part of life in a way.
歡迎大家再度嚟臨菩提迦耶。我直接講我想講嘅嘢啦。大部分法友都會喺菩提迦耶逗留全個祈請法會嘅全程。有啲人會早啲走，有啲人可能要改你哋嘅行程。呢啲都係我哋嘅生活之中其中一部分。
But the main thing here is that while you are here, try to make the best use of this opportunity, yeah? And the way I say this is that try to tell yourself like as if you came here for the first time, and try to make the best use of this moment.
我主要想講嘅嘢就係，大家喺菩提迦耶呢一度，最好就係善用呢個機會。你可以看待呢一次嚟到菩提迦耶係你頭一次嚟到菩提迦耶，然後就係將呢個機會善用。
When all of you are back home, when you are trying to carry your own daily responsibilities, there is constant rush, and you don't have time to think, you don't have time to react, you don't have time to contemplate what to do, what to say, what to think, how to behave, how to decide things. And so therefore the whole year, 12 months goes away like that. Yeah?
大家喺屋企嗰陣有日常嘅職務，大家都好趕嘅。平時你哋都冇時間去反思一下，或者去諗下應該點樣去反應呢？反思一下我哋應該點樣做呢？講啲乜嘢呢？要諗啲乜嘢呢？我哋行為應該係點呢？點樣去選擇呢？好快一年就過咗啦，就係好似一彈指咁快。
Where you really don't know what happened, you know that something happened. If you try to remember, you don't even remember one whole day. Forget the 12 months, forget the 30 days in a month, forget the 7 day, the 4 weeks in a month, all that. None of them is just really there. Everything is just a very blurry memory and nothing more. So therefore, one feels very, very empty, very sort of confused.
卒之大家都記唔到究竟發生過乜嘢事，你只係知道係有啲嘢發生咗，但係其實你連一日之內發生嘅事都記唔到，就唔好話一年之內12個月發生啲乜嘢，或者係一個月之內嗰30日，或者係一個月之內嘅4個星期，所有嘢都係好似好模糊咁樣，你亦都可能感覺到好空虛同埋好混亂。
You know that you've done so much. You have put a lot of energy into whatever it is that we are trying to achieve. But at the end of the day, it's kind of blurry, and you really cannot really pinpoint and say exactly I did this or I did that. And what I'm trying to say is that while you're here, don't repeat that. Okay? While you're here, you try to let go of it.
你淨係知道自己好似做咗好多嘢，用咗好多力去尋求自己嘅目的，但係諗返轉頭，其實就模糊一片，亦都唔能夠實際指出究竟做過啲乜嘢嚟。我只係想講，大家嚟到呢一度就唔好重複大家嘅習慣，要放下一切。
Of course, it is natural to worry how are things back home? How are your siblings? How are your family? How are your friends? How are your work? How are your colleagues? Of course, it's natural to worry about them right now because you are miles away from them. But nevertheless, you must still find a way to try to let go as much as you can. Try to let go, not because, how to say, not in a negative way, but you try to let go of whatever worries at home that you may have right now. But you try to let go. Why? Because it is natural to let go.
大家喺度擔心有關屋企嘅嘢係好自然嘅，例如你會擔心你個屋企啦、兄弟姊妹啦、家庭啦、朋友啦、工作啦、工作夥伴啦，因為你係離開屋企咁遠咁多里路呢，你擔心佢哋呢係非常之自然嘅。但係大家都要尋求一個方法去放下。我唔係指一種負面嘅意思，我係希望大家放下呢一種擔心。點解呢？因為其實放下係一種自然不過嘅行為。
It's not because it's not natural to let go, and yet you are still trying to let go because the Buddha Dharma said so. Not in that way. You try to let go because you know it's the most natural thing to do. It's the right thing to do. That it is also not an impossible thing that we are asking, because maximum, let's say now it's just barely 2 weeks to let go. Yeah. So 2 weeks compared to the rest of the year is nothing.
我哋放下嗰陣就唔好諗住放下，其實係一種唔自然嘅嘢，而我哋去強行自己去做，只係因為佛陀嘅佛法係咁樣教我哋。其實放下係一種最自然、最正確嘅行徑，亦都唔係冇可能㗎。因為大家留喺呢度都只係頂籠2個星期啫，放下2個星期，對比1年咁長，其實都唔係一件大事。
So, meaning that during this time, try to let go. We all have pressures, of course. We all have worries, of course. And it keeps us awake at night. It loses our appetite. All kinds of things. I may have something that you don't have, but at the same time, I also don't have something that you have. You know. So therefore, this. How to say, misused ability of comparison is going to sort of ruin everything. So therefore, while you're here, try to let go.
大家喺呢度呢，就盡量嘗試去放下啦。大家都有壓力同埋擔憂㗎。因此，我哋有時候又瞓唔着，或者係冇胃口，或者係令到我哋有其他感覺。我有我嘅煩惱，你有你嘅煩惱，但係大家都唔需要互相比較，因為咁樣比較法都係冇用嘅。大家喺呢度就最好放下。
And you have no better place to let go than here, because well, if you really ask for it, it is the place where somebody managed to let go, actually. The reason why this place is special is because somebody managed to let go some 2,500 years ago. And he really, truly was able to let go. I would say, well, it was the hardest thing for him to let go, actually. Yeah. He had a lot of pressure. He was the crown prince, the king to be. He was already a father. And the whole sort of his family, the whole of the population was asking for him, looking up to him to be the next successor. And on top of it, he could see that no matter how much he tried, he knew that he could never really succeed. At the same time, he could see that all the people who looked up to him, all his families and friends, no matter how much they were expecting for him to do something good, he knew that they were all living in a dream, that he was trying to, if he tried to live up to the expectation, all he would do is just enlarge their bubble of thinking that you are going to do something great for us, you know.
選擇呢一個地方去放下呢，係最好不過噶啦，因為喺呢一個地方舊時有個人能夠的確確咁樣完全放下。呢個地方咁出名，就係因為2500年前有人喺呢度完全放下，真真正正地放下。對於呢個人嚟講，其實呢件事係非常之困難嘅，因為佢承受住好多嘅壓力。佢係一個王子，將會成為一個國家嘅國王，亦都係一個父親。佢全家人同埋整個國家都對佢有期望，諗住佢將來會成為一個國家嘅國王。但係佢知道，無論佢有幾努力，都唔能夠完成呢啲人嘅願望。呢啲人對佢嘅期望，就係好似活喺一個夢境裏邊咁樣。如果佢去嘗試去滿足呢啲人嘅期望呢，就係好似將呢啲人嘅泡沫更加擴大。
And so therefore, he tried his best to actually let go of everything. And it wasn't easy, of course. It took a long time. Maybe, of course, compared to us, maybe it is a very fast development. That within 7 years or so, then he finally managed to let go. So this very tree, we call the Bodhi tree, under that tree, basically around that vicinity, then he sat down one day, and then he basically tried to let go of everything. Responsibilities, in short, he tried to let go, not because he was tired of it. Of course he was tired of it, but he tried to let go because he knew that it was the right thing to do. In fact, by letting go, he would actually help all of them.
然後呢個人就盡力嘗試去放下，對佢嚟講唔係一件易事，亦都花咗好多時間。當然，比起我哋呢，其實佢個進度已經係非常之快㗎喇。喺大概7年之內就可以將所有嘢都完全放下。就係有一日佢坐喺呢個菩提樹下，佢能夠放下一切，包括所有嘅責任。佢放下，因為佢對所有嘢都好厭倦。佢知道放下係一樣正確嘅行徑。放下咗，佢亦都能夠幫助別人。
So when he did let go finally, then he was actually able to not just help himself, but he was able to help everyone. So therefore, we are in a place where we can truly let go. Yeah. And all I would ask of you is that during your stay here, every minute, every hour, every day, every morning, every evening, I know that we will all get distracted by many things. It's normal. It's not a bad thing. It's just natural. But nevertheless, whenever you are aware, try to let go.
呢個人卒之能夠放下，不單止能夠幫到自己，亦都能夠幫助其他人。大家處身喺呢個地方，最好嘗試去真正放下。我係請求大家，當大家喺呢度過着每一個鐘頭、每一分鐘、每一日，朝頭早或者係下晝，雖然大家可能都會有分心嘅時候， 呢個唔係差嘅事，亦都係自然不過啦。但係當大家有咁嘅警覺性嗰陣時候呢，最好嘗試去放下。
And use whatever forms of practices you know. It can be as simple as just chanting a few mantras. It's fine. Use that. Use that as a tool to let go. Let go in a way that, how to say, that it is the natural thing to do, not in a way that is an unnatural thing. Often when we try to let go of things, we always think and feel that it's not natural. There is something to hold on to, and so therefore it becomes harder and harder and harder to let go, to a point where we cannot appreciate the practice after some time. Practice, it becomes the biggest burden in our lives. Why? Because deep down we feel that letting go is not natural. Yeah. We feel that it's not natural to get sick. It's not natural to die. It's not natural to have seasons changed. It's not natural to feel hot after feeling cold, or the opposite. And so therefore we try to keep that experience longer, try to postpone things, try to push things further, try to push the deadlines further. And as a result, we have more and more and more pressure, to a point where no matter how many teachings we receive, no matter how many practices we do, no matter how many recitations of mantras we do, no matter how many prostrations we do, no matter how many charities we do, that they all mean nothing. And in fact, they become our biggest burden.
大家可以用任何一個方法去幫自己放下嘅，簡單如一個經咒都係可以幫自己放下嘅。大家可以用各種唔同嘅工具，放下係一個自然不過嘅事。大家唔好以為係一件唔自然嘅事。有時我哋放唔低呢，就係因為覺得放下係一件好唔自然嘅事。我哋以為我哋自己需要去執着於某一樣東西，重複咁樣諗法，就令到我哋更加難以放下。直到一個地步，就係任何嘅練習都成為我哋一個負累，只係因為我哋認為放下係唔自然。就如我哋覺得病痛、死亡係唔自然，或者季節嘅轉換係唔自然，或者覺得凍完又熱，熱完又凍係唔自然。因此，我哋盡量喺度保持現狀，將所有嘢都推遲，將限期推遲，到一個地步，就係無論我哋聽聞啲乜嘢佛法，念啲乜嘢經咒，做幾多大禮拜，做幾多布施，所有嘢都冇用啦。所有呢啲嘅修持方式都成為我哋嘅負累。
And that's how we will lose our way. That nothing works. No medicine works. No drugs work. No meditation works. No spirituality works. No friends work. No family work. Nothing works. And we are left to a point where life means just nothing. And so then nothing but pain, Then to a point where we feel like we try to merge this idea of all life is pain and what Buddha said that life is suffering as the same. And then it's the most, discouraging thing of all to happen, because that's not what Buddha was trying to say.
經過以上嘅方法，我哋卒之迷途啦。然後發覺冇一樣嘢呢係行得通嘅，包括咗醫藥、靈修、朋友、家人，冇一樣嘢為我哋嚟講係行得通嘅。直到有一個地步，就係我哋覺得我哋個生命好空虛，除咗痛苦之外就乜都冇。然後我哋就將生命等同咗痛苦。我哋亦都嘗試將呢一個概念去結合埋佛陀有關生命係痛苦嘅教法。 我哋覺得呢兩樣嘢係等同嘅。到呢一個地步，我哋就會非常之氣餒。但係佛陀嘅教法唔係咁樣樣嘅。
What Buddha was trying to say was that just try to let go. It's not that how to say, life is real pain in that way, that there is no point, that there is no meaning at all. He said there is every meaning, but to find that meaning, all you have to do is kind of let go, let things be. Meaning that, of course, you will try your best to be healthy, you will try your best to have a normal life, but you must know deep down that it's not an absolute thing to do, that you're supposed to just, at the end of the day, let it be. If you're sick, you try to eat medicine, but with the intent that I will eat this medicine to let things be. I will try to be successful in my work to let things be. I will try to mend things to let things be, but not to fix things. Because if you try to rely on anything to get things fixed, to get things mended, then it will never happen. And on top, it will make it even worse. So just try to sort of let things be.
佛陀只係想話俾我哋聽，要放下，就唔係話我哋嘅生命真係所有都係苦，或者我哋嘅生命係冇意義。其實生命係有意義嘅，去尋找我哋嘅生命意義，我哋先要放下，有一個平常心。當然，我哋會盡量希望能夠有健康嘅體魄，同埋有一個正常嘅生活。但係呢啲所有嘢都唔係一個究竟嘅做法。我哋其實係需要有一個平常心。當然，我哋病咗，梗係要食藥啦。但係都係要有一個平常心。我哋雖然希望工作成功，但係都係要有一個平常心，就唔好話好希望操控。如果我哋依靠一啲嘢去操控或者係改變一啲嘢，其實都係徒勞無功嘅，只會令到件事更加差。因此，我哋係需要有一個平常心。
Okay. Let things be means that you leave things to be still, like a rock or something. It's not in that way. Meaning that, like the sun rises, the sun sets, the day comes, and the day goes. There is no plan there. It just does. It's natural, So in the same way, we just try to let things be. We try to let the sun rise on its own. We try to let the sun set on its own. If we are sick, we just sort of kind of let it be in a way and not get too hung up by it. If we are dying, just let it be. Don't try to fight it, because it's natural. It's not a bad thing at all. We are meant to kind of move forward all the time. We are always meant to somehow, as they say, move on in a way, and just go further and further. We are never meant to stay in one place and get stuck there. So, therefore, try to just somehow find a way to let it be in your own way, whatever way works,
平常心即係有一啲嘢去自然運作，並唔係好似一嚿石頭咁樣靜止咗喺嗰度，而係我哋睇到日出日落，一日嘅開始同埋終結，其實裏邊都係冇被計劃嘅，係好自然嘅。因此，我哋對待着日出日落，一日嘅開始同埋終結，都係以一個平常心去對待，由得佢自然運作。如果我哋係生病嗰時候，我哋都係應該有平常心，就唔好話太過緊張。我哋死亡嗰時候，亦都唔需要去掙扎，因為呢啲都係好自然嘅嘢，亦都唔係差嘅事。我哋無時無刻都其實係會前進緊，係喐動緊。我哋永遠都唔會停留喺一個地方，因此我哋就要 時時都抱住一個平常心，以任何方式去保持呢一個態度。
Because we are individuals, we all have our own way of letting go and letting things be. Try to do that, and by doing that, then all the things we kind of wish automatically comes. I cannot explain why. We often think that if you want things, I must do things, But often that doesn't work. And when we finally get what we want, we are not happy with it. We want something else. So therefore, if you let it be, in fact, the things we want the most comes actually. That's the funniest thing. We just don't know how to explain it. But that's the way it is. So in that spirit, in that mindset, try to let things be, okay? Then whatever it is we are looking for, it kind of comes. So it's not a lot that we are asking, It's just a few days. So that's what I would like to say. Thank you so much for listening.
我哋每一個人都有自己嘅方式去放下，同埋有啲嘢順其自然。當我哋能放下嗰陣時候，我哋最想得到嗰啲呢就會嚟㗎喇。我都好難解釋點解會咁樣。我哋有陣時希望得到啲嘢，就要做一啲嘢，但係事實上唔係咁樣嘅。當我哋做咗啲嘢去得到啲嘢嗰陣時候，我哋個心又覺得唔中意呢啲嘢啦，然後又去爭取過其他嘢。如果我哋能夠放下嘅話呢，我哋個心最想得到嗰啲嘢呢，就會實現㗎啦。其實呢樣嘢都係好有趣嘅，我亦都解釋唔到點解係可以咁樣，但係事實上就係咁樣。當我哋個心能夠放下嗰陣時候，讓啲嘢順其自然嗰陣時，我哋最想得到嘅嘢就會實現。我只係請求大家去做咁多啫，只係喺呢幾日之內做啫。我只係希望俾大家咁嘅忠告。多謝你哋聽我講嘅嘢。